who taught you, what books you need to read, how to build a 6-7-figure business. For those of you who really want to grow up, you can build 8 and 9. How to live a wealth cycle versus a lifestyle cycle. How to be like the wealthy and live like successful people. All right, so what else to learn about money investing no one's taught you? Difference between good and bad debt. So good debt is an arbitrage. Right? So many people don't realize, like, if you had a bundle of money, I don't care if it's only $20,000 or $30,000, go put it over an iFlip. There's all sorts of softwares. Go do your first real estate deal, invest it. Get it out of your possessions so you stop living on it. I mean, think about it. If you have $30,000 invested at 10%, that's $3,000 a year in passive income. Now you have a growth cycle, right? Now you have that moving. You say, yeah, but I have $30,000 in debt. So go earn $30,000 to pay off your debt in a very strategic way. Like, do not burn your principal. I don't know how many people quit a job or have a little nest egg or get a bunch of inheritance and they just blow it. None of that's helping. That's the lottery syndrome. That's actually why I'm giving a lot of attention to student pro athletes. They make a lot of money. 97% of them end up broke. Only 3% end up with a clue. And the reason is they didn't have a foundation. It was a lot of money fast with no rules, no plan, no system. They blew it all. Worst case, if you're an athlete and you get injured, the game's over. Now you have nothing. So what are you going to bank on? So I want to set a super solid foundation. I'm the glue and the implementation between the strategies. You can read all over the internet about a strategy. You can get an LLC, you can get a C Corp, you can get a trust, you can get insurance, you can get, stock account, crypto account. How do you do it all? This isn't advice, this is educate. I'm going to educate you how to glue this plan together and put it together in a way that makes sense for you and your family's goals. Now, my goal is to leave my kids an inheritance and do generational wealth. Some of you, you're going to come to Gen W and say, I'm going to give it all to charity. How with my kids? I don't have any kids. I'm going to give it all to charity. But have a cause. Then live for a cause. What are you going to do? And what would you like to make better in this world? That's up to you. But having good debt, I'll give you another example of really, really good debt. So good debt would be, there's so many examples. So if you could get your hands on some funding, call it $100,000. If you have good credit, I could help you get that. And you have $100,000. I would like you to go either buy inventory, go do a fix and flip. You have 0% financing for years. So why would you go get hard money, even though that sounds great? OPM always sounds sexy. Why would you go get hard money and pay 12, 15% when you can get your own on your own good credit? Again, you got to bank on yourself. A lot of you don't trust yourself to perform, which is why you need a coach and mentor. Every successful person, I don't care what sport it is, if it's music, if it's weight loss, if it's fitness, you have a coach. Why don't you have a business coach? I love how many of you spend money on a life coach. Well, isn't the core of your life and your financial infrastructure? You need a money coach. You need the right one, and we're going to get you a lot of money and get your foundation solid. So when you do make a lot, you don't lose it. We're also one of the most sustainable communities of growing millionaires that stay, not have a roller coaster up and down. They make it, lose it, make it, lose it. They only lose it because they don't have a foundation. And that's what we're going to lay down for you, especially at our financial fitness trainer. I like that because, I was a personal trainer, so it's all coming back around. Last thing I want to talk about is making fast money. How do you make money fast? You got to sell something. Don't make this so difficult, right? Money is in somebody else's pocket. It now needs to come to your pocket. So how do you get someone else to pay you? Product or service? What can you do? And what's simple? Like being an affiliate is a simple one, right? You can sell all this stuff, right? The game, you get 50%. The books, you get 50%. You can sell all that. You sell my Gen W conference. Help fill up. We want, 300, 400, 500 people in that ballroom in Reno, Nevada at the Grand Sierra Resort. Again, you can fly in the morning. I just took a flight from Florida. I left a little before 7 in the morning and I landed in Reno before noon. Registration's at noon. The hotel's a few minutes away, so you can come from anywhere in the country. You can get there, get over to the Grand Sierra, you get registered. We start at 1 o'clock. We're going to go till about 6. And we're going to do this awesome networking that Bob Proctor taught me back in the day. I can't tell you what it is because you got to come to do it. We are not live streaming that event, so do not count on a live stream going on. Why? Because we need you in the room. We need you there, and we want a live physical, high touch. You're going to get really high touch event. You're going to get this legacy book where you start designing your legacy. We're doing this 3 years in a row. So my commitment when I launched the NFT in my book was a 3-year conference. So we're going to do a Gen W, which is Generational Wealth Conference. You go to genwealthconference.com. We're going to do it this year. Then next year, you're going to do a whole bunch of activities. You're going to come back. We're going to add to it. And then you're going to come back. We're going to add to it. you have a whole plan. You should have your trust done by then. You should have it funded. You should have your entities. You should have conversations with your children. How are we going to live and how are you going to acquire whatever you've done? Like whatever I've got, I've been in conversations with Logan since he's 18. Tristan's 15. She's already starting these conversations. So I'm not doing this to hand to a bunch of bratty kids, right? This whole book is a tool guide, step-by-step tool to raise responsible, consequence-driven kids that actually are going to help fix this place. It's a disaster out there if you haven't noticed. It's really rough out there. So make money quick. You're going to go to my marketplace. We already have it all wired. We know how to help you make money. Those of you coming back to the big table, October 29th, 30th, we will put it in a marketplace so you can all make money in our marketplace live for the first time in a long time. So make sure, again, it's a 5-day experience for those of you in the big table. 26th, 27th, 28th, Gen W. Night of the 28th, we transition. You're in the big table, you stay. 29th, 30th, bring your stuff. So if you have books to bring, you have a CBD, you have a wine, you do cards, you do whatever you do, bring your stuff because you will be selling in a marketplace on the 29th for hours making money inside our big table. And guess what? That hotel's huge. I might even do an old activity where I send you out into the public, down to the casinos and make money and get huge rewards for just going for it. Yeah. You all have great stuff. Your choice to become a millionaire is right in front of you. So go to AskLoral.com, fill out like a gap analysis, get in conversation with our team. This and Gen W is what I need you to do. I need you to read. This will prepare you for the conference that's coming in 2 months, right? So that I get you organized and structured. If there's a question once we end our broadcast that you have, again, go to AskLoral.com and we're there 24/7 to help you become a millionaire. So I hope I shared some stuff about money investing, stuff they'll never tell you. There's a really, really cool one I'm going to end you with the big secret called multiple corporate strategies. See, not all companies file taxes at the same time. S Corps, LLCs, limited partnerships all file with you on December 31st. Your C Corp can file whenever it wants during the year. I like to see my clients do around June 30th. And you have 6 months to use multiple strategies to execute the entire 81,000 pages of tax code. And let our teams do it. I have a huge CPA, bookkeeping teams who help you execute this. It is not your job to pay bills and do all that anymore. It's your job to make money and be successful and hang out with us millionaires. Talk to you next time. Hope you enjoyed.